up, guys? Welcome back to the Spike Podcast, Innocent North Podcast. As always, my name is Imorie, a.k.a. Lex, representing the Green Bay Packers. Again, I'm joined by Mr. Corey Thompson of the Detroit Lions, Mr. Lavon Lane, representing the Chicago Bears, Knight Rider, Mr. Axelrod himself over here to my right, representing the New Orleans Saints, and Mr. Vontae Crowder, representing the Dallas Cowboys. And welcome back to the third episode of our off-season show. I hope you guys enjoyed last week's episode. It was kind of a little bit of a different thing, but we're going to move on because we have a lot of big stuff to talk about now. So, oh my God. Oh,
that's not over.
No, we don't. No, we don't. I did it perfectly this time. I did it perfectly. What up, cuz? Yo.
Okay.
Yo.
We up now.
What's up? What's up, Mr. James? How you doing, brother?
What's happening, man? Hold on, y'all.
Yeah, boy. That's a perfect plot twist for this, man. Damn, Mr. Shaduer.
I didn't expect this.
That's a super plot twist to start off the show. Immediately pops in. That's crazy. All right, but back to the thing at hand.
My brother.
What's up with you, man? How you feeling, brother? How you feeling, sir? We're going to postpone the show. We're going to talk to James Robinson right now. What's up, man?
I ain't seen this thing in a minute.
I've been working like a slave, man.
Hey, bro.
We was just talking about that.
We literally were just talking about that before we started recording the show.
We all put it
I just told my coworker, I said, man, I put jump on the podcast. I got to speak to my guys, man.
Hey, man, it's been a minute, dude. Hey, bro, just know that everything, honestly, I'm still shocked that you called that whole turnaround comeback thing for the Rams to make the playoffs last season. Like that shit still, I kind of have chills about that. I'm still kind of pissed about it. I don't even know how you had it. And now you guys got Devontae Adams. How are you feeling about it? Since you're just popping on the show, how you feeling about the draft, man? What's your methods right now?
Nah, I never been a big draft guy, but I do know we got I think we got a corner, we got another like offensive lineman or something like that. I know we got a few good pieces. I think that's gonna work well. I just believe in the coaching of our team, so they develop well. So I ain't too worried about that. I think the defense is going to be super dope this year. Another year of growing together because I love the way they grew together.
Did you guys get a new DC or you kept the same one you had last year?
No, we got everybody still together.
Okay, cool.
So I think, you know me, my prediction already, hey, yeah, y'all know how I am, man.
Here we go. Here we fucking go. Preseason ain't even here yet. Here we fucking go, bro.
Y'all know how I am, man. Hey, everybody. I think everybody gonna look pretty good though, man.
Hey,
I think the Saints fucking themselves out.
The Saints are in.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the Saints are doing, but everybody else look like they picking up some pieces. Even my
right. I think everybody picking up some pieces, man. So it should be a pretty dope season, man.
Man, you know, we all know it's all gonna come down to the refs though, man. As soon as everything gets right, all of a sudden we got all this shit, bro. And I'm not trying to even start that shit. It's off season right now, so I'm supposed to be peaceful. Bro.
Right.
It's one of those things where, bro, I'm good to see my boys, man. We haven't all been on this show in a while, James. I'm so glad you fucking popped in, bro. Feel free to hang out as much as you want, bro. I know you're at work, bro, but you actually popped in on a day where I had a format to where we don't have to stop the show. So you in here now. You in the show now. Heck yeah. Yo, so going back to the topic of the show. So we just had the NFL draft. I want to hear around from all you guys about the team, about their picks, about your overall outlook. And all I got to say, though, is Packers looking golden, bro. Matthew Golden. I think that's going to be a huge thing for our receiving room. That's all I got to say. Let's kick it to Mr. Lavon Lane now.
Yeah, but your quarterback sucks.
Hey, shut the fuck up. Who are you?
Thank you.
Who the fuck are you? You're a Cowboys fan. You have a backup quarterback and you gave him $250 million. What
that's my boy.
About? Look, it's all good.
Hey, Vontae.
If my quarterback suck, yours is doo-doo, nigga.
Whoa.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
Hey, Vontae,
how do we have more playoff wins in your stadium than you do, but we're doo-doo?
Hey, whatever, nigga.
But we're doo-doo.
That might be the case.
We're doo-doo.
That might be. I didn't say y'all. I said your quarterback.
That's okay. One the same. Mr. Lavon Lane, how you feeling about the Chicago Bears and what they got going on up there, man? I know you got a whole bunch of variables coming into the season with a whole new coaching staff, whole new every goddamn thing. So I want to hear what you think. It's been
Chicago gonna be nice.
Yeah, man, it's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of pieces we plugging and play, and not just the pieces as far as the players. Like my cousin said. We got coaching. Finally. We got some coaching.
You hope.
Well, here's the thing. We'll see how it go far as a collective, how the coaching go. But individually, we have good veteran coaching. from Al Harris, did you see? I don't know if y'all saw, but I saw it. How what's his name? What's the Airbnb? How he was coaching the running backs. He was down their throats. This was rookie camp. He was down their throat, but that just showed me how he was when he was coaching in other places, and they was just saying he was so hard. No, did he? You know what I'm saying? The whole
oh my god!
Especially at this time.
What the hell, bro? Oh my god!
Hey, anyway, that's the same thing they were saying about Ben Johnson. You know, he come out smiling all the time, but they say he's a hard coach. So he put together, I think, a well-coached, mature staff together. That's very important for our players to develop. Just like James said, you know, his staff is there. They're set. I want our staff to be gelling like that, so we can say. So this is new for us, and we got new pieces in there together, especially from the draft. We got Loveland. When you get a tight end in the first round, that's kind of dictate when we already have a tight end. That kind of dictate what type of offense we're gonna be running.
Of course, yeah.
And, you know, so we're gonna be running probably a 12-man offense where we got two tight ends, or you know, even if we don't,
we still in there. We don't need y'all over here. Don't be over here in our playbook and shit. Let y'all mind y'all business over there. Y'all don't come over here.
Cause I don't think we're gonna come to y'all playbook. You know what playbook we gonna go in? Detroit. We probably go in Detroit playbook. Take a little something. No. We need y'all. We need y'all. See what happens.
He took it with him when he came over.
Hey, so we'll get to you, Corey, in a second. Cause I want to see what Golf gonna do. I want to see what Golf do without him.
Yeah, that's gonna be
interesting. You know what I'm saying?
Lavon, you've talked a lot about the coaching outlook. I was gonna say before we go to you, Corey, we'll go to you next. How would you feel about the draft picks that the Chicago Bears had to come up with this draft?
Okay, here I come. I'll be back, fellas.
All right, bro.
All right. So the draft picks, I think they were underwhelming. And what I mean underwhelming is nobody expect these coaches to pick these guys. When you had a chance to get Warren from Penn State, you get Loveland from Michigan. Like, what? Well, hey, look at his highlights. He's pretty decent. That's just one guy. But we got a running back from Rutgers. And he looked pretty good.
But like a running back from Rutgers is crazy. I'm just saying. Like, I mean, I know. Exactly. I know that there's a stigma because Brady came from. Where did Brady go to fucking college?
Michigan.
Yeah, he went to Michigan, and like he went like super late in the draft. Like, I just don't think that. Like, I think that there's definitely a stigma with like SEC teams usually generate a different caliber player than other divisions do, especially as far as concerned. And I think that, especially with you guys having like the leeway to make successful picks and doing it, I also think, and that's the question that you have about that is, do you think that their picks were determined on how much money they spent in the offseason prior to the draft?
Yes, I think that is part of the equation because we offseason, yes, we spent a lot.
They'll spend all the fucking money, all of
it. Yeah. I was like, remember I told the previous episode, our offensive line, you get 45. It was a gospel of Oprah Winfrey. You get 45 mil. You get 45 mil. Everybody getting 45 mil. So we spent a lot, but however, we got some, I think, quality picks to help develop. I think that's the goal now, to develop these players. Because you never heard development with Chicago Bears.
No, I feel that. You're kind of taking after the green and gold, but I'm not going to say shit about that,
Yeah, we ain't going to talk about that. But anyway, like the thing going, even quarterbacks, we draft first round quarterback, Trubisky, Justin Fields, now we have Caleb. Even last year, the book out now, about Caleb and his father, and how he's studying film by himself. So it's like we was going down the same road again where quarterbacks come to Chicago to die.
Yeah.
And so now I think we got Corey's old offensive coordinator now. He can kind of see how to navigate the system as the, head coach with, here's the thing, our offensive coordinator is, what's his name? He from Denver Broncos, which he was like an assistant. He never had an offense coordinator, but he came from Sean Payton's regime. And now they really trying to plug in a strategic style for Caleb. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to end it. Even today, they even changed the little things about his stance and how he received the ball in shotgun. Those are little things they didn't do last year. You see what I'm saying? And so I'm starting to see the little things to develop amongst my team. And then I just ultimately want to see the team gel, especially with the new draft picks.
Okay, awesome, dude. All right, Mr. Corey Thompson, Papa himself.
Yo.
How'd you feel about the draft, man? What's going on?
I feel pretty good about the draft. I thought we would try to get a edge rusher, like at least with the first round, to go on the other side of Hutchinson. But overall, I'm very good with it. We got a defensive tackle from Ohio State, Khalid Williams, and I think Brad Holmes got him because McNeil got hurt, so he tore his ACL. And he just had to come back. So I think he pretty much there to fill that void until he gets back. I think he'll probably come back. What they're saying now is probably around week 11. They're not trying to rush him.
Yeah.
But, I think he'll fill that void. And then once he comes back, he'll just get on,
right back to business.
Starting. So, but overall, I'm happy with the draft. And even though we lost, what's that coach in Chicago, the head coach, I still think we can make some noise though. I still think we'll make a run. But
I agree.
Yeah, overall, I'm happy with it.
All right, we're gonna kick it to Mr. Knight Rider himself, Mr. Axel Roy, bro. The New Orleans Saints, bro. What the fuck's going on, brother?
Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I'm at the Arches right now. We gotta get some food. Thank you. Brought to you by McDonald's.
Let me get a double burger.
Let me get a double burger.
Yeah, they're looking
I think this season we got some good pieces. We get to see kind of what direction that new head coach is going in. I think we're gonna play a lot of big boy football. We're beefing up O-line, which is good. We're putting a lot of bodies on defense. And I think the only thing where I'm just like, I don't know how it's gonna go. I mean, I've watched some film and everything, but I don't give a fuck if it ain't about Tyler Shuck, baby. We're gonna see what that quarterback can do, man.
Wow.
But we'll see. I don't know. I mean, it's a question mark. His film is good. He's old. But I think really my biggest steal of the draft was Devin Neal, bro. That dude's nasty. Led Kansas in rushing in like every single area. And we got him in like the 4th round. Like, that's a steal.
Yeah.
So I think it's some good stuff. It's definitely a lot of question marks still because, I mean, quarterback being a question mark, that's huge in football, especially in the NFL.
So speaking of that, since you brought it up, and
what happened to Jared Carr?
He's like a medical retire or something, some injury, right?
Let me tell you what I know. He a bitch. Ain't my quarterback no more.
Hey, boys.
No more. I don't care.
We gotta get a spike, bro. Let's go, y'all.
Yes, sir.
We all on the burn.
I'll fight my pride about spike and fries.
There you go.
He spiked the fry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but actually, I mean, like, we all knew that it was going to be a rough transition as far as New Orleans is. Especially with, the coaching shifts, the cap hell, everything you got going on.
Woo! We saved $30 million in 2026 because he retired.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Wow. That's good.
That's a lot of money.
10 mil this year. 10 mil this year, too.
Well, that's good.
So we
could have got Shaduer. With that.
Yeah, what the fuck, man? Like, you guys we're gonna talk about Shaduer later in the show.
I think everyone has seen those articles that said, like, literally ownership for most NFL teams are like, even if they like them, they're like, don't do it.
They just made an example out of him. That's all. They just want to make an example out of the Prime family.
You know, we're going to talk about that later. Let's save it for later because I have a lot of shit I want to say about that. I've actually, that's a whole other segment because that's something too where we can get a little bit loose. It's not exactly football oriented. But all right, Axel, appreciate your input. Devontae Crowder.
Everybody's going to be Lavon first.
No, everybody's going to be Lavon first, bro. It's the whiskey. It's fine.
I know. You've been sneaking shots on the under. No,
I just drink them. Like, what do you mean?
But
okay.
I enjoyed my drive. My squad got everybody I said. Not like specific player, but the positions we needed, all that shit got filled pretty well. Like I said, we need some offensive linemen. We got that. We got a couple of running backs. I mean, you know, we always drafting some fucking running back.
Yeah.
We'll see what these young niggas do whenever they get their turn. But we got a cornerback. We got a couple of D tackles, couple of linebackers. So that's what I thought we needed. Beef up the defense a little bit more and put some big bodies on the offensive line. I think that was like the 12th pick in the first round, a big ass O-liner from Alabama. I think he's gonna be a good solid piece. Sit right in the middle, which is what we need. We keep losing. Our fucking O-lineman, that shit is fucking been a problem. So I'm happy with it. I'm looking forward to seeing what these niggas do, man. I saw the schedule. I saw everybody we gonna be playing. We actually got a real good schedule. And I'm excited to see what happens. I thought we did good in this draft.
Okay. All right, guys, so let's move on to the big hype thing. So first off, I think we can all agree that as far as the NFC North Division in particular, things are kind of more tense as the race as far as everybody fighting over the division. I think that we can agree it's probably the best division in the NFC, maybe even in football, across the board. So there's definitely something crazy. Now, my next thing I want to talk about is the schedule drop. Because we have a week 1 game against the Detroit Lions. And first off, at some point, we're not going to make the bet now, but at some point, we're going to have to go ahead and come across that. Because I think that the way our schedule fell, like I have it written down here, we got Detroit week 1, then we got Commanders week 2, talking about Green Bay, and then we got the Cowboys week 4. We're going to whoop their ass at our home. That's going to be great. And then
get the fuck out of here.
We're going to beat the shit out of y'all again. Then we don't play the Bears
before that.
We don't play the Bears until week 13 and week 15. What the hell is that? What the hell is that, bro? Like,
the Cowboys play a bunch of division games in the beginning of the year.
What, bro? It's fucking dumb.
The Cowboys play a bunch of division games early, which is a little different. I'm used to seeing
we got a week 5 bye. Like, come on, bro. Like,
we do too. We got a week 5 bye too.
I'm like, dude.
You know, I put it like this. I seen one person say that most championship teams don't worry about when they bye week come.
True.
Which is true because it can be used for good as well. A lot of people like it's too early. We want to heal up, like toward the middle to the end of the season. However, if you have a new coaching regime like we do, right? And we say if we go 2-2 or 3-1 or 0-4, we want to. Sound about right? Sound about
Corey,
right.
that's the only time we'll agree right there. I give it to you.
So Corey, I can't wait till you go 0-4 too.
It's possible.
Anyway,
it's possible.
It is possible.
It's possible.
It is possible. But anyway, with a new coaching regime, and Corey got a new coaching regime too. He just that ain't gonna last long. I'm gonna kick that off. Matter of fact, Imorie gonna kick that off in Green Bay.
What you talking about?
You gonna kick that?
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. No, I wasn't looking at He's really still carrying that shit, bro. Oh my
god. No, man. Go ahead,
I'm like, dude, seriously, bro? One and done, just like everybody else. That's all I got to say.
Hey, but the week 5 it can be a good thing, especially for new coaching staff, because we can actually if something going right or not going right, we can either polish up on some things or we can determine what's going wrong and kind of put things together where we can get back on get back on track.
Mr. Lane, who do you guys play week 4 and week 6? Do you know off the top of your head?
Week 4, we play the Raiders in Las Vegas.
Who is their quarterback right now? Is it Geno?
Geno Smith.
Okay.
Yeah, I get it, Geno.
Ooh, that's going to be fun in the section later on.
But here's the key, though, to what you just asked. What you just asked. Week 6, we play the Washington Commanders again.
Oh, shit.
Ain't no Hail Mary.
Boy. Man.
Axel, I'm relying on your old coach to be a great defensive coordinator. Let's go. No, we keeping things in order. We keeping our players in the game, not in the stands. So, Axel, so I'm hoping what's happening with your old head coach.
We'll see.
All right.
Anyway, but that's it. Week 5, it can be a good thing.
What'd you say, Axel?
I don't know why you hired him.
I'm kind of with you on that too.
Hey, and since he said that, you got to go to Devontae too. Devontae just hired Eberflus.
Yeah, facts.
He's a great defensive coordinator.
And I will say he is a pretty good defensive coordinator. I'm not going to hate on that.
Thank you. That's the same way we hired.
He's a shit head coach, but he's good DC. I get that.
Yep.
But,
same way we hired Dennis Allen.
You know, here's another thing I wanted to ask you about because we were talking about the games. And I'm going to segue this, and then we'll go to something a little bit off football. We'll talk about Shaduer. But how do you guys feel about I literally just draw a blank. I literally am looking at my handwriting and I can't read what the fuck I wrote. Oh, okay. Who do you guys think?
Right there.
Leave me alone, bro. I've been drinking a lot. So, which team do you guys remember at the beginning of the show? The first couple of episodes, I think we ever did the Spike. I put out the Commanders as a feeler, as a team to watch moving into this next season. I was right. Just saying, I was right as fuck. You know, but do you guys think that especially with like a lot of teams making calculated picks at the draft, a lot of people backfilling positions that are absolutely necessary. Green Bay picked a receiver in the first round for the first time in goddamn 20-something years. I think that there's like teams are kind of starting to shift to make, you know, the personnel actually fit the model of the team. Do you guys think that with these new recent changes, potentially, you guys think we have a new sleeper coming into this upcoming season? What are you guys' thoughts? I'll start with you, Corey.
Well, I'll say a team that probably fall off. As far as the sleeper team, it's hard to say right now because we just really haven't seen a game or anything. But I think, excuse me, I think as far as the team fall off, I think 49, they lost a lot of players, and
damn,
Philadelphia might fall off too because they lost a lot of defensive players and stuff.
Okay,
so
I wonder if
I was to say it.
Sorry, my bad. Yeah, okay, I think it is. Go ahead.
Oh, but no, I was just saying, one team that might really make some noise, and I'm gonna say out of the AFC, it might, even though they made the playoffs, the Broncos. The Broncos might.
I agree.
Might be
with that 100%. Interesting.
Broncos might be that team.
Mm-hmm. And so, like, obviously, they got Bo Nix in there. They got what? God, why am I drawing so many blanks today? They got the dude from the Saints coach. Fuck is his name? How am I drawing a blank right now? Head coach of the Broncos. Sean Payton. Sean Payton in his is this in his fourth year now? Correct?
Oh, with the Broncos?
Yeah, is he in his fourth year with the Broncos?
No, he in his third year.
Okay. And see, I think that there's also a lot of variability too, because I feel like a lot of the quarterbacks that were Axel, come on, you're killing Smalls. Why did he switch to the other chat? He's a dope bird. Anyways, I think that there's a lot of. Oh my God, Axel, bro, you killed it.
That man,
I swear, bro, there you go. It's like, whoop.
Hold on, Axel. You got too many jerseys upside down. I got to change my phone. My iPad changed so I can see the jerseys. Okay. All right, go ahead.
What I was saying though, guys, is I think that like there's a lot of quarterbacks that were drafted not this current draft, but last year that didn't really get a lot of chance to break out time. I think that JJ McCarthy. Not necessarily saying that he's going to be reputable or like do anything crazy in Minnesota what he has. I think there's a lot of quarterbacks that are going to be starting this year that didn't get the chance to start last year. So I think that like honestly that affects, especially if you look at like coaching changes, especially with Detroit's OC coming to start a whole nother fucking regime in Chicago. There's a lot of like there's a certain level of Like you said earlier, Lavon, question marks. There's a certain level of inconsistencies that we can never see. And honestly, the worst part about it is usually when you're talking about like if you're being prospective, so if we're just speculating about the season, everybody sees one thing go right in preseason, and all of a sudden, everybody has an opinion, and it's like you guys know, us on the show, we realize that there's literally not any sort of real lesson you can understand about preseason because all it is about reps. That's literally all it is. And I think that especially
I don't really watch preseason.
I mean, who the fuck does? I don't care. But I think that, like, honestly, I think Washington is going to be. I think they're going to be solid. I think that they've been quiet, but I think they're going to be solid. But I would honestly watch out for Pete Carroll at the Raiders. I think that there's some mojo there that could be formed, like Pete Carroll and Geno. Right. I have a feeling, this is going to serve as my record. If I'm wrong as fuck, I'm wrong as fuck.
They got Ashton Genty as number 5 ranked running back in the NFL right now, and he hasn't even done a single snap.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. There's rankings that are putting him that high.
Also, though, I mean, that's another thing too, is we don't even really know where all the teams in the league stand yet going into the season. Oh, Pittsburgh doesn't even have a quarterback yet. We all probably know who it's going to be, but there's just a lot of variables up in play. So I want to ask you guys that. I'm going to go with the Raiders. It looks like you agree, Corey. Anybody else got anything to say about teams that they think could be surprisingly good or bad this year?
I can say something. It's going to be off the record, but I'm going to put it on the record. Honestly, this is crazy. Just looking at the Giants draft, they drafted pretty. They drafted pretty decent. The only thing the quarterback situation, you don't know if it's Russell Wilson, you don't know if it's Jameis Winston, you don't know if it's Dart. But I think with the receiving core they got, if they can get a consistent play caller with veteran, they got veteran quarterbacks. They got 2 veteran quarterbacks that've been in the league at least 10 years.
Yeah, still suck.
Well, we don't know that.
Yeah.
That's with these.
I love Jameis Winston. Don't get me wrong. I fucking love Jameis Winston. He's probably my favorite personality in the NFL. Probably ever. I love him to death, but he's not that guy.
Yeah,
he sucks.
Yeah. So my thing is, I think the Giants gonna sneak and beat a couple people on the low. And I don't even like the Giants.
They're in the finals for a wild card, but it's the same problem that I think that Pittsburgh had last year. If we're looking at the whole Fields and Wilson dynamic that they had at Pittsburgh, if that's the same reason why they literally just get to the playoffs and lose every year, there's no consistency there. You know what I mean? And I think that the Giants, there's a huge potential, especially with 3. And honestly, I'll be right here, and this is off the record, but on the record, like Lavon said. I don't know that Joe Dart is anywhere close ready to lead a goddamn team. And if you have to depend on the inconsistencies of Jameis, even though I love the guy, sometimes he gets hot and then he'll turn around and throw 3 or 4 picks and fucking game over. Russell Wilson isn't necessarily like that guy. He's old. He's not as mobile. And I think that there's a lot of personality issues that are going to take a lot of teams out of playoff contention this year, is my thing. Especially with all the coaching changes. Now, I do think that the league has kind of set itself up with, a lot of teams drafting and filling positions that they didn't previously talk about. Because if you really look at it, and Lavon, you can attest to this. Did you guys not realize that teams now finally have players? They have good players and usually fills up holes that they haven't filled in years. And it's going to be on the coaches this season. And I stand by that. I'm 100% by that. Whether you went from an OC to a head coach, whether you went from a head coach to a water boy, you just have to be able to acclimate, accordingly. And I think that, there's definitely something to be said when you really look at things like in a macro perspective, because it's like, I don't know how good the Green Bay Packers are going to be this season. I want us to be amazing and just shit on all of your teams, but fuck the Detroit Lions. Okay, I just had to see Corey because it's smirk up there. But I think that, honestly, we're at that point, like you guys said, the thing we referred to earlier, question marks. There's just so many variables left to play. Hell, the way the schedules fell this season, God, you thought injuries were bad last year? Would a week 5 by? Nah. There's very little room for error. But
I love the way you connected the schedule situation. Reason I say that because you know, I know y'all play, Corey, y'all play at home first game.
I knew you were going to say that shit. I knew you were going to say that shit.
Correct.
No,
correct.
but what's that, Corey?
Correct. I said correct. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, all right. But anyway, like Green Bay, I think y'all have the 6th hardest schedule
in the entire league.
In the entire league, we have the 2nd hardest schedule. The Bears have the 2nd hardest schedule.
Tied with us.
Huh?
You tied with Detroit. The Giants got the 1st. We tied for the 2nd.
Giants have the hardest.
Bears in Detroit. Yep.
That's crazy.
So
it's the NFC North and the NFC East. I think the Giants 1, the Detroit Bears number 2, Eagles, Cowboys, Green Bay, Vikings, and Washington.
I was about to say, Cowboys got a solid schedule, boy.
Y'all not gonna win nothing, so it don't matter.
We're gonna have a lot of good games. I can't wait to shut you motherfuckers up, bro. I can't wait for this season to start.
We got a lot of shit talk. It's only May, bro. We got a lot of shit talk.
I have so much shit to fucking talk when the season starts.
They're the Saints.
And honestly,
Saints ain't got nobody. They ain't got nobody.
Oh no, that's whatever.
The Cowboys picked up a lot of good pieces too, nigga.
But what's your head coach's name? Nobody knows. All right, what are we talking about? Like, what are we doing?
That nigga might come out and coach a hell of a football game.
Yeah, he might coach from Madden 25.
We know shit.
Square L1, red
stroke. We play the Eagles.
And that's going to be an ass whooping. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
You crazy.
I'm sorry, bro.
Just like Corey said, they lost people on their defense. They're not the same team.
Look, they ain't got the same scheme either, though. All right, Frodo. All right, so let's take it up. All right, we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to say this first real quick, and then, guys, we'll be right back. We'll shift gears. All right. All right, guys. Welcome back after, the first little segment. So I wanted to talk about something, and this is one of the hottest topics because obviously we're talking about the NFL draft. Okay, Axel, come on. This show's so dumb. Oh my God. All right. Anyways, one of the hottest topics of the draft was this draft stock tanking of Shaduer Sanders. There's definitely a bunch of polarizing opinions when you look at the young man from, a multitude of perspectives, especially with his dad being Deion Sanders, one of the most notable, football players in, history of the league. I think that, I look at it from both sides because I think that personally, and I'll kick it to you guys. We'll go from me to Corey, Lavon, Axel, and Devontae. I think that what hurt Shaduer's draft stock was the way he spoke and his lack of participation at the combine. And I think that he's legitimately trying to be his father, embody his father's mentality without having proven himself first. Because, I feel like Deion Sanders came into the league maybe a little hot, but by the time he was going out, that was when he became the asshole because he had proven himself, And I know because I went and I watched, Locked On Packers. I haven't watched Locked On Lions. Don't tell nobody. I watched Locked On Bears the week of the draft because I was just curious to see what the fuck everybody was doing. And one of the things I realized is that, dude.
The man cheating.
Who cheated?
Cheating. You can't be looking on Locked On Bears.
I can look what the fuck I want to. All right, but I'll learn everything. I'll learn everything. Hold on one second. But what the thing I was going to say was, I think that really the number one.
I just want to know if he won a national championship in college. Did Deion win a national championship in college?
Mm-mm. Okay. No, he won. No.
Okay.
What I was going to say is that I think that the main problem with the outlook on the situation was the fact that he didn't participate. He had this ego, And I think that, like, the things I read, like I said, I was watching the podcast, dude, every interview with teams, like when he's, at the combine or at the weigh-ins or whatever the fuck it is, like he's talking to all these guys. Not a single person felt confident, wasting a high round draft pick on this guy. And, I understand there's, a certain dark side to this whole dichotomy from the black community. We always promote our own and, like, dude, I'm all for it. You know what I mean? But, I kind of think it's a double-edged sword. If you're going to be a leader, especially a person of color, lead by example. Okay? Like, don't have your ego try to convince people that you're worthy, because at the end of the day, if you never sold anything, then you can't buy a house. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, it's like one of those things where it's like, you have to actually have skin in the game in order to own the game. And I think that a lot of the things I've seen, especially in the media and during the draft, did you guys notice they didn't show Shaduer at all first night? Did you guys peep that?
Oh yeah.
They didn't show?
No, they showed his house. They never showed Shaduer.
The first night they showed him a lot.
They were showing him. He was at home doing it. They kept on.
I never saw Shaduer ever. I saw his party. I saw his decorations. I never saw Shaduer. That's all I'm saying. But maybe I was just like, missing here and there. But you know what I mean? I think that this is a stigma if people are showing your legend setup when you're trying to get drafted, obviously your head's not in the fucking right space, man. Like, I'm sorry. I don't give a damn if I was drafting you to, weave baskets underwater. If I was drafting you to play fucking Fortnite, you have to have a certain level of, like, drive to be good at what you do. Because I think that the second people believe that their status, because of who their lineage is, can influence the way they should be perceived in the game, is the second they lose the game. Because, I mean, like, dude, Tom Brady on paper was drafted, what, the 8th round? You know what I'm saying? Like, eighth round, you know what I mean? But it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, dude, like, people, I think a lot of the things, and I'll kick it to you, Corey, after this, I think that a lot of the people, especially from the racial aspect of, like, we're tanking him and people aren't being fair, I think it was just a lot of, lack of accountability and, lack of looking at things from the side of perspective. But that's just my piece. Mr. Corey, what you got to say?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to say, with that situation with Shaduer, I think his mouth and plus his dad got him dropped to the 5th round. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's nothing wrong with being confident. Nothing wrong with that. When I saw that interview when he said, if you don't want to pick me, I'm here to change the culture.
Right there.
Don't pick me. I said, right then. I said, it's Stockton drop. It done dropped. Because you can't come to a place, especially when you haven't participated in the combine and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, come on, bro. Like, what are we doing? You're right, bro.
You can't spend it, a first round pick on. You ain't participating in nothing. So how I know what I'm getting? Because, first rounds get the money. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And another thing is, I'm going to piggyback off something that I saw Warren Moon. He did like an interview.
Warren Moon!
He said,
oh my God. Love Warren Moon.
Boy.
Yeah.
My boy.
Love Warren Moon.
And he said, as far as Shaduer, he said, no, he think Shaduer will be all right. He said, but you can't talk noise like you're a cornerback when you play in the quarterback position. Mm-hmm. He said, the quarterback position, you're a leader. He said, cornerback, you pretty much there to, you can talk noise like, you throw my way, I got it. Mm-hmm. But as a quarterback, you the leader of the whole team. You know what? The whole team.
Corey, you just turned his whole thing on him, and I just realized it. You said you're a quarterback, you're a leader. Who the fuck has Shaduer's coach has been all throughout his college career? His father.
His dad.
That's a whole different thing, too. I didn't consider it until you said that. Sorry.
And somebody else said that on the podcast. They said, he said he roomed for Shaduer, but he said, Shaduer probably should have, when his dad left for Colorado, said he should have stayed at Jackson State to work on another coach. Mm-hmm. Because when you're dealing with your father, he pretty much saying, this is my quarterback. Mm-hmm. No matter what. He can be garbage. It's still my quarterback. I'm not saying that he was garbage, but, that's what he's saying. So he haven't worked on anybody else but his father. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
And see, it comes with a lot. It's even more fucked, though, because, like, I'm trying to Corey. He went to the Browns. Like there's no fucking consistency in any part of that goddamn organization from any 7 different ways you look at it. And and I fear, and this is just something that I'm going to say preemptively, is when the Browns aren't successful, Because who's their starting quarterback right now? Who do they have? It's not Shaduer, but
I got Flacco. Not think
is it Flacco? So Flacco's going to start. I guarantee you what happens is, and I play him not wrong. I play him wrong here, but I think that when the Browns aren't successful and Shaduer plays, it's going to become an issue of the organization isn't good. I'm good. And I think that, there's a character flaw that comes along with, that level of perspective when you're looking at the game. Because, one of the oldest, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, Corey. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to come at Silver Thunder, but I was thinking about doing, what's one of the most American, athlete movies you guys can think of? Does everybody have a movie? When you think of a movie about athletes, do you have a movie that you think of? Because, dude, I used to. What's yours? What's yours, Lavon?
About the athletes?
Yeah, movie about athletes. What's your movie?
The Program.
That's a good one. You know what mine is? Fucking Rocky. All right, we all have, you know what I mean? There's always a certain thing to say, and I think that there's this whole, and I'll kick it back to you, Corey. I'm sorry for interrupting you, but I think that a lot of people are just looking at it. They're looking at things like football players instead of looking at things like athletes. The league's changing. The strategy's got to change. Quit being a bitch. Like I just said, Derek Carr's a bitch. You're right. Okay. But anyways, my bad, Corey.
Oh yeah, no, you good. But no, I just say I really think as far as what they should do a situation, just be more humble. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, ain't nothing wrong with being confident or whatnot. But sometimes your mouth can, it can get you in trouble. Like I say, just sit there and chill. Do your talking on the field. You know what I'm saying? I know.
Thank you.
His dad pops. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I get it. But like I said, that quarterback position, you got to see that team go buy into you, because I'm going to bring it back to that movie, Any Given Sunday. Like Willie Beeman, talking all that noise.
Willie fucking
one
Beeman,
game,
bro.
They weren't playing for him.
Bow.
The line wasn't blocking for him, they wasn't doing nothing.
Fucked up, bro.
As a quarterback, you got to buy into it. You know what I'm saying? So, I really hope he makes it and, knock him dead, prove him wrong. But my thing is, just just go out there and play your game, do your thing, Doc.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right, Mr. Lavon Lane, what's your thoughts on the Shaduer situation, sir?
So I got 3 points. I'm gonna try to make them quick, but I'm gonna try to be very precise.
Take your time, bro. We ain't in a rush.
All right. So, first of all, and Shaduer should know this. NFL is a business.
Thank you.
First.
Thank you. Thank you. It's not an alma mater. It's a corporation.
Nope.
It's different. Sorry, my bad.
Yes. No, you good. It's a business, and you're interviewing for a job. You're interviewing for a job. Let me ask this question to everybody on here.
Okay.
Have anybody, and all of us have, jobs respect. Have anybody went on an interview and told them, the employer, what, if you don't want me, well, you gonna miss out. You gonna miss out on me turning your job around.
Exactly. No, you don't.
Exactly.
You don't.
Yeah. I said they'll say it. Nothing else to say.
Exactly. Nothing. They're gonna be like,
and you say that, and then don't participate in the combine. Come on, bro.
Exactly.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. You're not God.
That's like on your resume. You saying you certified, but you go on the floor and you like, what? I don't know where this go.
What is a hemostat? Is a hemostat made of plastic? No, get the fuck out. You know what I mean? It's dumb. You know what I mean?
All that stuff. That's one. First, it's the business. Second, the Browns do have a diamond in the rough.
You mean in Shaduer?
In Shaduer.
Man,
Cleveland Browns.
I gotta interrupt you, Lavon. Do you think a diamond's gonna stay a diamond when it's fucked up at the beginning, man?
Well, now when I speak diamond, we speaking of talent.
Yeah, but what?
He's
Justin Fields.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Now the Browns do have a good offensive minded head coach. Justin Fields didn't have that. Justin Fields had Eberflus, a defensive coach.
No.
You see what I'm saying? So the development wasn't there. He can get development, but I don't know about it. I can't think of the Cleveland Browns head coach name, but
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. But he's a great offensive mind. He just got to
work with him though.
Huh?
I said, do he want to work with Shaduer?
That's the thing.
Think about this.
It's not his dad.
Just a quick second before I interrupt you. When you deal with Shaduer, you got to deal with his dad. Do he want to deal with that headache?
Bro. No.
He want to deal with that headache. That's what it all boiled down to.
Yep.
And a lot of people were trying to compare it with the Eli and his pops told, when he said the Giants, not Giants, but the Chargers not to draft Eli. I said his dad wasn't all talking like that. I'm talking about he said, don't do it, but he wasn't all animated with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You at what point you gotta let your son grow up?
Bro, let a man be a man. And it's funny, that's one of the things we talked about a couple episodes ago. I think it might have been the final episode or something. We kind of got emotional. It's like, dude, you gotta be able to stand on your own 2 feet as a parent. You can't make your child's decisions for them. Like, you gotta go out and fuck
I love what he's doing.
Yeah,
I love what he's doing.
I do too.
For the kids, yeah, I love that. I mean, being a great father, awesome father, I love it. I love it.
Honestly,
at some point, got them.
You gotta let them go. You gotta let them go. Honestly, and Lavon, I'll let you finish before I go up here. But Mr. Axel, when we get to the Saints, we'll talk about Shaduer, what you had to say. I got something I want to say to you. But go ahead, Lavon.
Yeah. So that's the thing. They do talent-wise. They have a diamond in the rough. Especially a young diamond in the rough. Thirdly, I'm gonna kind of piggyback. Last night, I'm gonna piggyback what Corey said, and kind of reverse it a little bit. Or add something to it. So Shaduer does speak as a DB. Because look, the apple don't fall far from the tree. Who was his father? He was a DB. So the mindset was as a DB, as a quarterback. However, if you flip-flop it, guess who speak as the leader? Shiloh. Shiloh speak as a leader.
Yep.
And he's a DB. That's the funny part about
Shiloh is the one. I'm just saying. Shiloh is the one.
Yeah.
Not Shaduer. I'm sorry.
And that's the the mindset of the kids. Both of their fathers, both of them has a father as a defensive mindset, defensive back mindset. So Shiloh, he speaks as a leader. Now my question is, will his talent? Well, he got to make the team,
Right.
But his mouth speak as a leader. Shaduer mouth speak with a lot of pride and arrogance,
and it's honestly, it's also not articulate at all. And I'm not trying to be a fucking stickler, bro. Like, I'm not. I mean, obviously, I speak pretty articulately sometimes. But man, dude, if you're trying to like you said, like a college is an alma mater, a football team is a business. Why he sound like he's selling mixtape CDs out of the trunk of his car at the Popeyes drive-thru? Like, I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm not trying to be. No,
that's how niggas in Texas talk, nigga.
Dion don't sound like that.
What you talking about?
Dion don't sound like that.
Dion from Florida, and he talk like a Florida nigga. Talk shit.
Yeah, but
like
Dion actually has some fucking poise, bro. Dion has some poise. Shaduer ain't done shit to be as cocky as he is.
Yeah. So anybody who's had the type of career that he's had ain't done nothing. All of a sudden, he ain't done nothing. Ain't nobody saying that for any other player. He ain't done nothing. The nigga's been balling the fuck out to the best of his ability, and he's competing number-wise with all the top quarterbacks and everybody that got drafted before him and all this other shit, and everybody want to act like that shit didn't happen. He is his father's son, like Lavon said. Oh, fucking well. The nigga want to talk his talk. I think I talked to Lavon about this before, that humble word. Like, him topping his shit is not necessarily him downplaying anybody else. I don't see him talking down on anybody or talking down about anybody. He just talking about how, this is who he is. This is what I come with. And the nigga got tape to show what he come with. Niggas act like we didn't see him ball out for 4 years, whether it was at Colorado or at HBCU at Jackson. The nigga can play ball. Who gives a fuck if he was coached by his dad his whole fucking football career? The nigga can ball. And they're not saying anything bad about him now. And that little rookie training camp, everybody got a lot of good things to say about him. Just like he said, it's a diamond in the rough. That's a sleeper. Whether it happened with the Browns or it happened with somebody else, Shaduer gonna ball. Everybody act like that nigga don't got no work ethic. He is Dion's son. You think this nigga ain't working?
Look,
Shiloh be
I'll
working.
put it this
They
way.
all be working.
Everybody
He ain't
speaks
working.
highly
Tom
of
Brady is his
Shaduer
mentor.
except for the people who
Tom
run
Brady
shit.
is his mentor. Like what? And all these same people be having negative shit to say about him, and he go out there and still ball. And he don't be phased. He don't flinch. I respect it, nigga. Talk your shit, nigga. These niggas are getting paid millions of dollars already before they even get to the league. It's a different time. It's a different time.
That's a fair point. I don't know, dude.
It's a different time.
I've just never known any player be successful coming in and being an asshole. Just saying. Axel, what you got?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why people take it as Shadour as being an asshole. Okay, he's
didn't
arrogant.
participate in the combine. I'm not going to this team. Bro. Like, dude, like, you're not.
A lot of look, he's not the first or last person to not fucking do the combine. Everybody act like they ain't seen him do the same drills before. The nigga did his pro day. Everybody fucking
Axel, you're muted,
saw what he could do there. It's the same difference. People be watching his practices. Niggas have seen him do them drills. Why this nigga? What is the big deal about this nigga not fucking doing the draft? I think niggas are just making an example out of him because, like Corey said, his father has a lot of. His father has a huge aura, right? And I could see Shadour trying to have his own aura, but his dad is still kind of overpowering a little bit. And they're just making the example. They made an example out of him because of just all the shit that comes with the Prime family. Ain't no way all these analysts we've been watching for years talking about all these people coming into the league say all these high things about Shadour being a number one pick, if not top 3, top 5, and he dropped to the 5th, bro. Come on, man. He ain't the only country ass illiterate nigga who talked his shit in the NFL and made it. You know what I'm saying? So why I gotta be so drastic with Shadour? Because Dion's his fucking father. That's how I'm taking it. Because the nigga can ball. And I think with the right chance, and if he take this opportunity serious,
that's the issue.
Himself to be coachable.
You just hit that's literally the point I'm talking about.
But that's the thing. I haven't seen anything that makes me see otherwise. Even though he was with,
he hasn't had a coach outside of his dad.
It didn't work.
That's what I'm saying.
But at the end of the day, whether he's coached by his dad or not, what matters is the work. And we've all seen Shadour put the work in.
That's true.
As long as he don't stop, just because his dad ain't the coach, as long as he don't stop putting the work in, he gonna be good. He gonna be good. Have a line to protect him. And let him use that fucking arm. Give him a couple of targets and see what this nigga gonna do, man. I see a bright future for the nigga if somebody gives him a chance.
I want the best for him. But it is what it is. I mean, Axel, you've been waiting patiently, bro.
I just don't think he's an asshole.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Go ahead, Axel. What you got, bro?
Here's my thing on. I think Shadour got blackballed. I don't think he a 5th round. He should have been when he got out of the 1st round, I was like, this shit. I knew immediately. I was like, this is not just.
This is not about.
This isn't off of just talent. This isn't off of talent anymore. This is about the way you come into it. And to piggyback off of that, I think the thing that we're going to start seeing a little bit more of is the after effects of the NIL and what that's doing to college. Because you got these young men that are making more money than a lot of players in the NFL. And they think they're hot shit coming straight out of it. Like, let's be real.
Niggas getting drafted with $500,000 on their neck, nigga. What you talking about?
Like, they think they're the best thing there is. Like, you leave college and you think you hot shit already. But, like, the best way to think about it is, like, what's the quote that Tom Brady said? What'd he say? Brady had with Deion Sanders. Deion literally asked him, and he said, do you think a college kid needs a phantom like a Rolls Royce? And Tom Brady literally said, Shadour Sanders needs to study film and stop buying Rolls Royces.
I saw that.
It's like it's making this whole deal where everyone's thinking I'm hot in in college and I'm making millions of dollars. It's not let me go to college, prove myself, and then make it the pros. Now it's just like I'm making millions of dollars in college. Like what matters anymore?
Niggas doing all these
You can
transfer
make more money in
portal.
college than you can in the pros. Look at
niggas in the transfer portal going.
Could have made like $4 or $5 million this year if he stayed at Texas. He got picked up by I don't even remember who he got picked up at, and he only is going to make $400,000.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, bro. Like these
like $3.5 million.
The money is killing the fucking heart. That's what's happening.
And it's like I have like a love-hate relationship about it because like I'm because there's no secret that the NCAA is a fucking multi-billion-dollar industry, and I get that
way more.
I get that the kids get free educations to an extent, but like if the school is making billions of dollars, the industry's making billions of dollars. I'm not opposed to the kids getting a piece of it, but
that's fine.
But my thing is this: they should have broke it down to where it's just like fuck what kind of star you are. We just gonna put a little money in everybody's pocket instead of giving 1 or 2, 3 niggas on a team the opportunity to make millions of dollars and all this like Max was talking about all this shit that comes with that. These niggas, like he said, some of these niggas are already making more than they gonna make in the league.
Oh yeah.
If that Ewers nigga don't fucking produce, he ain't gonna get past 400,000, and that money's gone. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Can I ask you guys
that is also something to consider
when
these niggas are coming in here popping their shit, getting drafted.
What was a high salary in the NFL in the 80s?
Probably like somewhere in the 100,000. Maybe if you got like a few million.
That was like peak though. That was peak.
Star. I mean, yeah, because it's kind of similar to like basketball in like 80s, early 90s. Niggas wasn't making $100 million.
Brock Purdy just got $250 million, bitch. 181 mil guaranteed, bro. To be Brock Purdy, bro. Like there's it's
250.
You guys there?
Uh-oh.
The money.
You guys still hear me?
Dude, so did Brock Purdy prove?
Hello?
Woo! I dropped the cigarette and everything, but it was worth it. It was worth it.
Hold on, look, this is really what I got. No, I got the camera out, bitch. Calm down, ho. You like that defense, dude? Yeah. Get him there! Get him there!
Give him my hat now!
Please. I got that shit! Please, what the hell? Go! Full send! Keep going! Keep going, Bell!
Oh no, I was just saying like one of the greatest quarterbacks, college quarterbacks, Tim Tebow.
Bruh.
Killed it in college.
Crushed it. Got to the league, couldn't do shit.
But in the pros, it's a different ball game. Whole different ball game. Good work ethic and all that stuff. So thing with Shaduer.
Shaduer's a better quarterback than Tim Tebow.
Oh, okay. All right. he just had to get a coordinator gonna work with him. That's first and foremost.
We just got to see if he's coachable, like we all acknowledge.
Exactly. There you go.
He's been coached by his dad his whole life. We gotta see what he do under some supervision that ain't his father.
Oh yeah.
And like I said, as long as the work match the mindset that we know he gonna be straight.
Yeah.
That other fucking quarter who
talk whatever you want to talk about.
Oh yeah,
who's that other quarterback that they drafted thing from Oregon? Come on, man. That nigga is not that good, bro. He's low key.
Oh, you're talking about what's his name?
The dude from Oregon.
The fuck is his name?
The Browns drafted too.
Gabriel.
Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah, Gabriel.
What's his name?
Just two quarterbacks.
Gabriel.
Yeah. I'm like, come on, bro. He ain't finna compete for nothing.
Axel, you gonna say something?
Yeah, Axel, you have something to say?
You know, I love honestly like Shaduer's mentality. Like honestly, like I like that little like chip on the shoulder. It's fresh. It's something new. I get like it's a business and everything, but like that's it. Like you get a quarterback that talks like that, and then if he can come out there and also deliver, like that's something, bro. Yeah. But my whole thing is like you playing against now on a whole different league. You ain't playing like, oh, there's this one dude on this team I gotta watch out for on defense. That whole team gonna be the same level as everyone that was the best that you played against so far. So, and it's the same thing we keep bringing up about like DBs and stuff like that. DB mentality, especially when you get the pros, is not, it's like they want your head. So if you talking crap to them, they literally gonna go into that game going, I'm gonna kill this guy.
Dude, can
Axel, and Axel, with it, let me say this right quick. I'm gonna let you go. And Axel, funny thing about this, Cleveland Browns have a great defense. They have runners coming off the edge, and they defensive backs is top 5. So he's going to get tested early and often. Yep.
Yep.
And that's going to be good for him.
Yeah.
All right. Can I? That's not piece. So I'm looking at this from like I said, the macro and the micro from two different sides. And I think that the issue with Shaduer and the way people are responding to him, whether you like his mentality or whether you is if you can understand why he is the way he is. You know what I mean? Like, you guys know, like, if you're a black man in America, bro, like, if you're good and you say you're good, everybody's going to hate you, even if you're good. You know? And it's like, it's whether, and that applies outside of sports. That's a guitar player, you know, a football player, a fucking chef, anything. You know, like, if you are confident in your abilities, then, you know, obviously a lot of people are intimidated by it. But I think that, like, my underlying root issue, and not the Devontae, this is why we have a disconnect, is I really think that Shaduer just has to prove it. I think that, you know, you can't operate, and look, I get the ego. Oh, trust me. I used to be a cocky ass motherfucker all the time until I moved into an apartment by myself, and then now I barely say shit, you know. But it's like it's one of those things where, like, if you are going to be the best, like if you think about it, take it to literary schemes, right? We're talking movies, right? Batman is just the baddest motherfucker ever, just because he wants to be the baddest motherfucker ever, and he proves it every night. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, dude, like, I understand coming in hot. I understand thinking that you deserve a certain thing. But at the same time, at the same point, like, dude, let's be real here. Nobody is entitled to anything, especially when you're trying to get drafted to the national. I'm sorry. Right. I don't give a fuck if your dad was Gandhi or Obama or Dion or Belichick. I don't give a fuck. You have to prove your shit. I agree. You know what I mean? But and it's like, dude,
I didn't think he was a top pick because of his dad. I thought he was a top pick because of nigga ball.
I think if we had talked about him less, he would have went way higher in the draft. That's his problem. The spotlight is on him. So everything he does, every single thing is like completely scrutinized. And then on top of the NFL teams not having good meetings with him, like, dude, I'm just saying, dude, like, you're coming into the league unofficially, and this is not how I feel, but as a heel. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're a cocky asshole, especially going to a shithole like the Browns. They have a good defense, sure, but there's so many issues from the owner down to the GM, down to the coaching, everything there, that people don't really want to acclimate. Because have you noticed that every good fucking player, except for like every good offensive player became better when they left the Cleveland Browns? If that's not a testament to the limitations of the organization, especially if you're coming in as a rookie with this national spectacle. Everybody's paying attention to everything you say. I'm saying, dude, if it was me, I would have went to the combine and I would have said shit. I would have talked to teams. You would have heard shit from me because I want to go to the best goddamn situation possible. Now, I do also think that this year was really not a quarterback class. It wasn't. So, there was a lot of defense. But I think that also with Shaduer's, everybody talking about it, whether you believe in his, confidence or not, I think that there's definitely something to be said about people just not wanting to take a chance on legacy as opposed to skill set. That's all. All right.
Oh yeah.
But you guys got any last words before we end the show?
No. I just don't want us to forget that it's a 11 on 11, and even when they didn't produce as a team, I know we don't. Individual stats don't matter if you ain't winning the big game, but the stats is there. It's a team game. If the line ain't blocking, if the defense, the Colorado defense was very mediocre. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to beat a lot of good teams and shit like that when your defense ain't good.
Yo, Vontae.
It's a team game, you know what I'm saying? But he balled out.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want Shaduer to be Dak Prescott?
Exactly. No, I just want.
I'm not trying to be an asshole.
Talking down on Shaduer.
No, I'm just being objective here.
6 months ago,
like I said, the stats are there.
6 months ago, we weren't talking about him being a first pick. Sure. Acting like that shit didn't happen. That's all I'm saying.
I get it. I totally get it. But I'm saying
I want to see the nigga do better than Dak Prescott.
No, but I think you misunderstood my point though. Because your argument was that the stats were there. Dak is actually statistically not fucking bad. He's not clutch ever, but he's not bad.
Me and Lavon was just talking about this. I was like, Dak Prescott is like the black Tony Romo.
Yes, he's literally thank you. That's what I'm saying. You literally just hit my argument on that.
Tony Romo is better, but go ahead.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Oh, you're right.
No, I agree too. But also, it's one of those things too. Look at the climate of the Dallas Cowboys. And we'll listen to the show a little bit. So because I think that the Dallas Cowboys, Vontae, which is another reason why I respect any Cowboys fan, because fuck being a Cowboys fan. If there was any team I could be a fan for, I would never be a Cowboys fan. It's literally the most self-debilitating, fucking humiliating, terrible, fucking. You understand? And I lived in Dallas. I lived in Dallas. So I saw the shit. Bro. It's fucking ass, bro. It's fucking ass. Bro, it's so bad. You can buy a Cowboys jersey at the grocery store now. That's how bad it is. And Albertsons. I'm not kidding. They don't have Kroger in Texas. They have Albertsons.
They got Albertsons and HEB.
Mm-hmm. HEB is gas. But go ahead, look.
I love HEB. I wish it was everywhere.
So, Imorie, I got a quick question for you.
Go ahead.
Then I'll paint it to Corey, Axel, and Devontae.
Okay.
All right. Just off the release of the schedule. I know we about to shut it down.
Oh, yes. Yes. You're doing what I wanted to do. Thank you for saying that. I know where you're going. Go ahead.
Records?
Yep.
Exactly. What do you think? Just looking at your schedule and having a sobering thought. Well,
is that what we're doing?
Not sobering, but
that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing.
Let me look at my schedule. Okay.
I literally have it up. Right? I had it up when you said that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
All right. So everybody do it for your team. Everybody do it for your team. Oh, also, yes. Thank you for saying that. So, guys, we've been talking shit on the show for almost a year now. So this year, this record that you picked for your team is going to put you in standing to win the cup, the Spike Podcast Cup. All right. So if you correctly predict your team's record to be good, you get to hold the cup for a full year. We will not get another one. So every year, it will be passed to a different member of the show, depending on who wins. You guys cool with that? It will not be any team colors, no blue, no green, no shithole orange, no goody gold, no Boise blue. You know what I mean? It will be probably silver,
yellow,
gold ass thing. But no, I just feel like if we're gonna talk shit, we're gonna do this, and this is the perfect time to pick record. So guys, take a minute, do your things. I think I know mine, but I just have to think about who comes back.
Oh, well, I'm gonna say something on that. Like I said, we can't know nothing.
Actually, that's the Chiefs record.
12-5.
You muted, Axel.
You mute.
Who record that is?
12-5. 12-5.
Who's that?
Who?
Thanks, baby.
Who?
Let me kick him from the show real quick. Let me kick.
I think I need Olympia right now. It's just the who?
Fine. Hey, you already know what it is. Hey, I'll see you October 19th.
Yeah.
Oh, yo, dude. So I was gonna say, dude, and like literally, somebody mentioned it in the group chat earlier. I think all of our teams play each other.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't play the Rams, and I don't play the Saints. We don't play the Saints.
Yeah, but we're coming. We're coming, Vontae. We're coming, buddy.
We play the Lions, the Bears, the Packers.
Yo, Vontae.
We play your whole division.
I'm asking you this on the show. Mm-hmm. Do you want to go to the Packers and Cowboys game? Because I'll fly to Dallas.
Shoot, I'll fly to Dallas too.
Yeah, because I need to go see my friends and family there. So we can go to that game. And then my other game is I'm going to Lambeau. That's going to be my thing for soon.
See, I play all that.
Okay.
Yo,
you know what?
Like lock it in. Like I'll book my flight next month.
So that's what I'm gonna do, because you know how. Because I'm gonna work on getting the extension here. The extension will probably end that weekend of the Bears. I'm gonna just take a week off, so I could just stay in Dallas, because that's back-to-back weekends.
Yeah, I was like, because I haven't been to Dallas.
Yeah.
If I'm going to Dallas, I'm staying for at least a week too. So,
yeah.
Like, oh yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'm with that.
All right, yo, lock it in. And we're gonna do. I'm
gonna call my dad. I'm gonna call my dad so he can get.
I already have a place to stay, so I'm good to go. Like I'm literally locked in.
Hell yeah! All right, so what everybody think their record gonna be?
Okay. Papa, what you got up there? You're locked in.
Well, I'm one of the ones. I don't never gonna say a team gonna beat my team, but if I was really to say what I reckon gonna be, I gotta see how Dan Campbell do. Like I said, preseason he don't play the starters. With this year, we got 2 division games, first game, second game, so he more likely he play starters. If I was really to say what I reckon to be, this is just the talk. I'm not saying it's gonna be our record, because I'm always think we're gonna win every game.
Say your record, nigga.
I know it, nigga, but I'm gonna do it the way I'm gonna do it, nigga. I say 14-3. 14-3. 14-3.
Oh my God. Okay. 14-3.
You just fucked up my whole count in my head. Goddamn.
That's a bold prediction.
I don't know who the 3 teams are.
Well, what's wrong with my prediction? When we had injuries and we still were winning, and our team that will be healthy. So what the fuck wrong with this prediction?
I said a bold prediction.
One and done.
Bold.
Imorie. No, never mind. Go ahead.
One and done.
I got it. I kick your ass in the first game.
We're turning the fuck up, bro. We really should go.
Goddamn right.
Hey.
We really should go.
I see what's up.
At some point, a part of this podcast, YouTube, content creating shit we about to be doing, we gonna be at games all the time.
Yeah, I mean that's the goal.
Motherfuckers gonna be giving us tickets.
Yeah, you're right, bro.
That's the goal. But also, dude, like at the same point in time, though, like, dude, we all care about this game. We love these teams. We love this league. It's worth it to just go and be there, because like the memories. Like I just went to California for the first time a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
Literally, traveling changes your whole perspective.
That's your first time being in Cali?
Yeah, San Diego. Yeah, first time. Never. I
love San Diego.
I'm not a West Coast guy. I mean, I know the whole East Coast, but I'm not a West Coast guy.
I love the West. California is my favorite state.
All right. Hell yeah, guys.
Next to Texas.
So, all right. So, you going
13-4.
You got
13-4. That's what we doing.
He said that for real. He said that like
wholeheartedly. I sure did. I definitely did. You got that. 13-4. That's
what the hell you got.
I gave us 4 losses.
Shut up, Axel.
I gave us 4 losses.
I told that.
I'm gonna go ahead and call for the Green Bay Packers 12-5.
Then a reversion is more likely.
No. Well, try again, brother.
Yeah, try again.
12-5.
Try again.
12-5. Okay. So if my record is correct, then I'm gonna win our bet.
You're not gonna. Your record is not correct. You're a Cowboys fan.
That's gonna be a good thing.
You're delusional. Speaking of which, what's the bet? By the way, now that we're recording, what's the bet? Because we said we're gonna do it. I don't know what you want. Because you said the record for the Dallas Cowboys is gonna be better than the Green Bay Packers.
13-4,
and I'm saying 12-5. I know you're full of shit, and we have this recorded. We have it recorded, so you're not escaping it.
Y'all not gonna be 12-5 though. So even if we don't be 13-4, we still gonna have more games than y'all. Win more games than y'all.
Bro,
because y'all not gonna be 12-5. Y'all finna lose more than 5 games.
Bro,
dude.
Who's your head coach?
Fucking Strudel Noodle, whatever the fuck that nigga name is. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what his name is. These niggas, these players should have come out here and ball, nigga.
Oh my god.
At least we know the defense coordinator is Eberlus.
Yeah, always lose.
Come on. We got a coaching staff full of crazy ass names.
All right, yo, Lavon, I'm really curious. What's up with the Chicago Bears? Yeah, so just for the record, Packers 12-5. Right, you said 13-4 for the Cowboys. Right, Axel said what? Axel, what was yours?
13-4.
Nice. What?
What was yours? What was your record for your team?
12-5.
That's not what he said initially.
Yeah, you know, he did say that.
Oh, yeah, okay. So 12. Okay, fine. 12-5. Okay, fine. 12-5. 12-5. 14-3. What about you, Papa? What'd you say?
I said 14-3 for us.
Okay. All right, Mr. Lawler. What you thinking about?
All right, look, there's all on you, Ben Johnson.
One moment, hey guys, no frill. Let's get one more spike.
One more spike, baby.
Yeah,
one more spike.
Yeah, I'm running a little low. I'm running a little low. Yeah. All right.
Here we go.
I said my shit's in the car. I'm in here vacuuming my dog.
Bro, your dog is so fire, bro. Show your dog again, bro.
What kind of dog?
Bro, he's so fire, bro. I love that fucking dog. That's the best. That's the best behaved husky I've ever seen in my life. Like hands down.
I can't see him right now.
Yeah, I see him, but like,
I used to want one.
Bro, no, that dog will he will leave the door to his cage open and it won't come out. And I'm like,
yeah,
what? I've never seen that. Anyway, all right, Mr. Lavon Lane.
Right?
Yeah, Severian.
All right, I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
Be realistic. Don't preach. Be realistic.
I'm gonna be realistic. Y'all got the 13-4, the 17-0s, and man,
who the fuck is 17?
Green Bay. That's what they got in their mind.
At least I got 12-5. 12-5 is just fine. 12-5 and no injuries.
I think we're gonna go 10-7 and whoop the Green Bay ass twice.
You're not gonna. Oh,
yeah. Well, that beat that when we beat y'all twice.
Because I want to go. I want to go to Chicago for that.
We're gonna take it back to the 90s. We're gonna take that thing back to the 90s with Green Bay. Y'all ain't whoop us nothing. So I think we're gonna be 10-7. We're gonna make the wild card. Detroit, I'm gonna give them.
Y'all hear this, man? Y'all hear this, man?
Hey, you waiting for me, ain't it? I'm giving you exactly what it is. Hey, all day. So
Green Bay.
I'm giving Detroit their props because they have a stellar team that is proven consistently for the past couple years.
Without all their coaches, though? Really?
Well, they still have the team.
They still have. I said this one more time, And Campbell is still the goddamn head coach of this team. Okay?
No. I'm just gonna say no. I'm just gonna say no.
Imorie, you're my guy. I love you, boy. I love you.
Like, really? Come on, now. Keep that same energy week 4, buddy. When you're 0-3.
Hey, honestly, I honestly think
that first game, we're gonna talk.
Oh no, dude. Like I said, that first game is everything. That's what, and you know, when we're talking about the strength of schedule, like we have like the most difficult schedule as far as the division across the league. But also, it's the perfect time for it. Like we're all stacked. Like 3 of our teams in our division made the playoffs. Like if there was ever a moment to, all right, you guys think you're good, you know, there's nothing to. A lot of our teams have a lot of returning players, obviously, and there's obviously like the buzz from voluntary workouts. Everybody's saying so and so's looking better. We all know it's bullshit. But like, if you really think about it, though, and there's one thing that the Packers have done since Aaron Rodgers left. That is the reason why I love this team. Is because our players work out together outside of workouts.
To be ass.
Shut your bitch ass up. This man has not had a winning record in 80 years. But I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, dude, I think that the culture we're trying to build, especially with like the new personnel, the pickup of McKinney and Jacobs last offseason, huge, shifted everything. I think that finally our draft was. Jacobs and McKinney. Don't do that. But I mean, it's one. That's okay. Well, we're gonna have our running back argument this season again. But I think that
all right.
Yeah, you damn right. But I think that guys, I think, like I said, we're gonna talk about the Shaduer issue. We're talking about I'm talking about Green Bay. I'm talking about offseason pickups. The thing that's happening with this league is that money is coming into play, and it's starting to influence people's productivity. I think that the way the contracts are like continuously renegotiated. The way that things are front loaded, off loaded, guaranteed salaries, all that kind of stuff. I think that a lot of these guys are competing for their livelihood more so than they are to get at the game. And, unfortunately, I think that there's a lot of things that can be said about that. That starts at the top. It could be the GM. And if we talk about an organization in particular, I like to talk about is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Like they make the playoffs every year and don't do shit. And it's like it's just good enough to scrape out the threshold, but at the same time, it's like one of those things where you have to really look at it. It's like, is Mike Tomlin the right coach for that team? And go ahead.
Different. I was just gonna say when you said Mike Tomlin, it's just time for him to change to a different team.
Yeah, I think so too. But also, he is comfortable, and I think that a lot of the things that money can do is give you a false sense of comfort. We have these guys that we talked about earlier in the show. We have the guys coming out of UGA and making $3 or $4 million and coming in here making $400,000. The fuck, you know what I mean? That's completely upsets the thing, and I think that there's definitely like a mindset issue, especially with the whole rookies, because you guys know as a rookie, you have to prove yourself. There's the whatever the antics, hazing. I'm not gonna call it hazing, but you know what I mean. There's so many things, and it's like I feel like when this is the thing I was talking to. I think I was talking to Axel about this on the show that's dropping tomorrow. Dude, people are soft. Like bro, I'm sorry. I don't care if you want to, not offend anyone. I don't care if you give a fuck about, speaking, any of your ideologies in a politically correct way. Just say how you fucking feel. And it used to be that, whether it was a football game, if you were a defender, you could hit a receiver and fuck them up. There's implications in place that are obviously, influencing the overall aggressiveness of the game. And, sure, it's for the betterment of the players, but I mean, because of that, the money is becoming more and more powerful. I think that, in the next grand scheme of things, I think the next 10 football seasons of the NFL are either going to make it or break it. And I think that the fact that there's so many overseas games and more every year is not a good outcome. Yeah, that's my personal.
My thing is this: what if Axel is right? What if Green Bay just go 5-12, fire Matt LaFleur, and then say Steelers? The Steelers, they go, 6-11 and fire Tomlin, and then Tomlin get hired as Green Bay head.
Why are you wishing this bullshit on me? What the fuck? You think what the fuck? Really? You think that Mike Tomlin?
I want to see your reaction to that.
I would not. This show would end. I would just be the moderator. I would not. No, dude. And that's the thing, though. It's like, man, like, and I understand the what you're saying because, dude, the way things are going, especially as far as like trades, everything. Fucking the Luka trade in the NBA, craziest trade I've ever seen in my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At this point, money talks, and I think that the only benefit of Green Bay is that we have a more nuanced team. We stick to more what our standard is as opposed to what's for us. It's a double-edged sword. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But Mike Tomlin would not work well in Green Bay. What'd you say, Papa?
I said, what's y'all standards?
Dude, just
in Green Bay.
The Super Bowl trophy is named after who's coach?
Oh, okay.
Not Matt LeFleur.
No.
Exactly. That's your only claim to fame, huh?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
We won a Super Bowl more recently than the Cowboys.
I mean, that's cool, but you still don't got 5.
Oh.
You haven't made it to an NFC Championship game in 30 years.
It don't matter. We got 5
30 years of poverty.
Trophies.
You know what? We're going to Dallas.
We have more of your coaches. We have more of your coaches' name, legacy in our locker room than you do, nigga.
Yeah. You know what? You know what's funny? Your coach gave us the Super Bowl, though. What happened in Dallas?
Yeah, and what they say before, like everybody else, there was a fucking catch. You sorry ass nigga shouldn't even been there. That shit shouldn't even count.
Dennis did not catch that ball. He did not catch that ball. I stand by that shit. I stand by that shit. It was not a catch. No, sir. No bullshit. Hey, for real though, I appreciate all you guys coming on the show tonight. Matt Props, Mr. Corey Thompson representing the Detroit Lions, Mr. Lavon Lane representing the Chicago Bears. We got Mr. Axelroy representing the New Orleans Saints, Devontae Crowder representing the always desolate and depressing Dallas Cowboys. My name is Lex, representing the Green Bay Packers. We love you. We will see you soon.